शांति शांति ओम शांति शांति। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। शिव का कर लो ध्यान, आ रहा पावन पुण्य सवेरा। पावन पुण्य सवेरा। से आए अपने आप को जानो, राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति शांति ओम शांति।
एक मुरली और मधुबन सबको बुला रहे हैं, उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं।
एक मुरली और मधुबन सबको बुला रहे हैं, उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं, मिलन करा रहे हैं।
एक बार जो भी आए भूले नहीं भुलाए।
एक बार जो भी आए भूले नहीं भुलाए।
वो आत्मा तृप्त होती सुख जन्मों की वो पाए।
मात पिता लौकिक जीना सिखा रहे हैं, उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं। पवित्र होती।
शिव बाबा स्वयं आके सबको सजा रहे हैं।
उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं, मिलन करा रहे हैं।
प्रभु प्यार जो है पाते, मधुबन के गुण गाते।
प्रभु प्यार जो है पाते, मधुबन के गुण गाते।
हीरे तुल्य संगम के वरदान जो है पाते।
भगवान अपने हाथों तकदीर बना रहे हैं। उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं, मिलन करा रहे हैं। एक मुरली और मधुबन सबको बुला रहे हैं। उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं। एक मुरली और मधुबन सबको बुला रहे हैं। उस प्यार के सागर से मिलन करा रहे हैं, मिलन करा रहे हैं, मिलन करा रहे हैं।
Shanti. So one class today, for those who want to listen in Hindi, you can pick up translation set, both for Murli and for class.
Om Shanti. Good morning. And a special welcome to those who have arrived this morning. Who has arrived here this morning? Just a few. So I was just reflecting, how special is this gathering? How unique is this gathering? How precious is this gathering? Because everyone sitting in this hall lived 5,000 years ago in the Golden Age. Don't you find that incredible? And we lived as one huge family. To me, the Golden Age is like Lakshmi Narayana, like the parents, and we're all the family, and we have such deep sanskaras of those feelings of love and belonging that we experienced at that time. And yet when we come to the Copper Age, we disperse. Each one of us sitting in this room, we dispersed around Bharat. We dispersed around the world. We dispersed into different religions, different cultures. We went to every little corner of this planet. It's such a great story, isn't it? And then in the Confluence Age, Baba comes and he finds us from all our little corners, lost in our own little world, and brings us together. And when we used to first meet Baba, one of the questions Baba would ask so many, the double foreigners especially, did you find Baba or did Baba find you? Who felt Baba found you? That was a silly question, wasn't it? Really, when you really think of your life, wherever you were, whatever you were doing, somehow you found Baba's door. And I remember hearing a brother from Bangalore. He was telling his story that he was really fed up in life. He felt so angry, so negative, and he was especially angry at God. And he said to God, God, if you really exist, come in front of me and introduce you to myself. Introduce yourself to me. And what he did one day, he was standing outside his house and a little plane went over. You know how Baba says, drop flies from the planes? And he said he was watching and there was a fly that, you know how they flies, pop, 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 and it fell literally on his toes. And he lifted it up and said, I am Shiva, I am your father. I have come to find you. I mean, it's really wonderful, all the stories of how we find Baba. And really why this is such a unique gathering, because we all got lost in so many different places. We're all so different. We're all so unique. But Baba brings us together for the greatest task in history, to change ourselves, to change the world. Can there be a greater task than that? So it's so special. I feel I value the gathering of Brahmins so much. It's so special to come together. And in today's Muli, Baba is revealing yet another part of his personality. The beauty of the Mulis, I find, is Baba reveals all the uniqueness of his personality. So it fills in the feelings of the relationship. Today, Baba says, I don't have any expectations. You think about that. All of us, we've lived a body-conscious life. We have so many expectations of the self, of our families, of the people around us, of outcomes in life. You know, my life is full of expectations. God says, I have no expectations. And you think he teaches us with so much love and goodwill, and then he observes what we do. He has no expectations of what we do with what he offers, even though he encourages so much. So today Baba is Abhogta, the one who doesn't experience, the one who has no expectations. And the date of today is the 31st of July. 7 months of this year have gone. What do you feel? What happened to 2026? So the essence, sweet children, Shiv Baba doesn't expect his children to serve him when he grows old. Why? Why? He never becomes old. Only the Father is the altruistic server. Question: how is Shiv Baba, the innocent Lord, the biggest customer of all you children? And the answer, Baba says, I am such an innocent customer that I buy all your old things you have, and in return I give you everything new. You say, Baba, this body, mind and wealth are all yours. In return you receive beautiful bodies and limitless wealth. The song, no one is as unique as the innocent Lord.
भोलेनाथ के निराला गौरी नाथ के निराला कोई और नहीं। ओ भोलेनाथ के निराला गौरी नाथ के निराला कोई और नहीं। ऐसा बिगड़ी बनाने वाला कोई और नहीं। भोलेनाथ के निराला गौरी नाथ के निराला कोई और नहीं। ओ भोलेनाथ के निराला।
What's your feeling when you hear those old songs? Does it take you back to another era? You know Ramesh Bai from Mumbai, who is Baba's accounts person, I think most of us know him. Because a lot of these are film songs, and Baba used to play them and extract truth out of them. And once he said to Baba, Baba, you know, we have all seen the films. So when you play the songs, we remember all the scenes of the film. So that was when Baba started to record our own songs. That's when they started to create their own songs, because Baba was remembering the truth, but some of the children are remembering all the scenes of the movie. Om Shanti. They sing this song on the path of devotion. The Father tells you the meaning of all the songs that belong to the path of devotion. You children also understand who is called the Innocent Lord, Bholanath. Deities cannot be called the Innocent Lord. It is remembered that Sudama gave 2 handfuls of rice and received a palace in return. But for how long? For 21 births. You children understand that the Father truly does come and give the people of Bharat palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. In return for what? Children say, Baba, this body, mind, and wealth are all yours. All of this was given by you. When someone has a child, they say that God gave that child. They even say that God gave them wealth. Who says this? Souls. God, that is the Father, gave it. The Father says you have to give everything to Baba at this time. In return, I will transfer you into beautiful bodies and give you limitless wealth. However, whom does he give that to? He definitely gives it to you children. You receive wealth for temporary periods from your physical fathers. The unlimited Father gives us the unlimited inheritance. The Father explains there is a difference of day and night between devotion and this knowledge. On the path of devotion, you receive everything. For what? We receive so much, actually, but what is unique about devotion? You receive everything for a temporary period. Everything about this body-conscious world is temporary. When you have wealth, you are happy. However, people without money experience so much sorrow. You children know that Baba gives you limitless wealth, and this is why you experience happiness. There is no lack of happiness in the land of happiness. Sometimes when Baba talks about the wealth of the Golden Age, it's hard to sort of visualize what that really means. But once Baba said something like, You know, all the resources of the world are shared by 900,000 people. Now the same resources are being shared by 8 billion people. When you think, that's why there's so much desire racing after material things, but there they're shared. It's absolutely plentiful. There is no lack of happiness in the land of happiness. They all have their own kingdom. That is called the pure household ashram. The Father is so innocent. Just see what he takes from you and what he gives you in return. The Father is such a good customer. A father is the customer of his children anyway. As soon as a child is born, all his property belongs to him. Other customers are limited, whereas that one is the unlimited, innocent Lord. He is the customer of the unlimited children. The Father says, children, I have come from the supreme abode. I take everything old you have and give you everything new in that new world. This is why he is called the bestower. There is no other bestower like that one. He does altruistic service. The Father says, I am altruistic. I don't have any expectations. I don't say that it is the duty of you children to look after your old father, because I have looked after you. So that reciprocal feeling in life, if I've done something for you, you should do something for me. Baba has no expectations. It is a rule that the children have to look after their father when he grows old. The Father never grows old. He is always young. The soul never grows old. You know that the physical father has hopes his children will serve him when he grows old. Although he gives everything to his children, he still takes service from them. Shiv Baba says, I am beyond the effect of experiencing anything. Abhokta. Baba lives in this world and yet is beyond the influence of absolutely everything. The only soul in eternity that plays that part. I never eat anything. I just come to give knowledge to you children. The Supreme Spirit sits here and explains to you spirits. It is the Spirit who listens and does everything. The Spirit carries the sanskaras, and on the basis of them, he receives a body. Human beings here have many opinions. Have you noticed? I mean, it's just a world of opinions, isn't it? Human beings here have many opinions. Some say that each spirit, each soul is God and is immune to the effect of action. They also say that souls are immune to the effect of action. If souls are immune to the effect of action, why do they say sinful soul and charitable soul? If souls are immune to the effect of action, it should be sinful body and charitable body. You now know that the spiritual Father of souls is teaching you spirits through this body. They invoke souls. They say the soul of my father came here and tasted this. It is souls who taste everything. The Father does not say this. He is beyond experiencing anything. When a soul comes, it is the Brahman priest who is fed. The soul has to enter someone. To feed a Brahman priest is a common thing in Bharat, to invoke the soul and feed the soul in the body of the instrument or the Brahman priest. They invoke a soul and then ask him many things. Some of the replies they receive turn out to be correct. Interesting. I wonder what they say. Where are you living? To feed departed souls is also fixed in the drama. You shouldn't be surprised about this. The Father tells you the secrets of the drama in a nutshell. He cannot give a detailed explanation of the drama. It would take years to explain about each one individually, each soul's part. You children receive such easy teachings. It is sung, O purifier, come. We hear this every few days, and yet I remember once Daddy Janki told us that when Mahatma Gandhi was very big touring India, in a way politically, but he would get crowds to chant Patat Pawan Sita Ram, O purifier, come. And I remember she was saying, you know, she could hear when they're in Hyderabad, the crowds chanting this. It was so loud, the size of the crowds. But the wonder, that was the very time that Shiv Baba started to come, but in such an incognito form. So it gives context, doesn't it, to why you call, O purifier, come. Come and purify us. His name is the purifier. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar cannot be called the purifier. Only the Father is called the purifier and the liberator. He is also called the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. He is incorporeal. Go and see the Shiva temples and you will see an oval image there. He definitely existed in a living form, which is why he is worshipped. The deities also existed in their living forms, and this is why they are praised. Nehru existed in the living form, and this is why people keep a photograph of him and praise him. When someone has done something good in his lifetime, people create a statue of that one and praise him. Only who is worshipped? There's so many types of worship. Who is worshipped? Only pure ones are worshipped. It's a sort of a fashion in the world now, isn't there? There's so many statues of people who've done things, but now they don't really feel what they did is very good, so they're pulling down the statues. You know, that's the fashion around the world now. At the time they were respected, but later they reveal that their life wasn't so good. No human being should be worshipped. They shouldn't be worshipped. Only pure ones should be worshipped, because they are born out of vice. Deities are worshipped because they are constantly pure. You know that the Father came and has now come again at the confluence age to establish heaven. Later, the kingdom of Ravan will begin in the Copper Age. When the kingdom of Ravan begins, they soon build a temple to Shiva. He is now telling you this knowledge in a living form. He is the truth and the sentient being. People sing his praise. The incorporeal one requires a body. The Father comes and makes this world into heaven. You make effort in order to rule in that heaven. You are becoming residents of heaven. The incorporeal Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is the ocean of knowledge. But how does he give this knowledge to you? He says, I enter this body, for this is my part in the drama. I take the support of matter. I enter this one who was number one and is now at the end of the last of his many births, and I name him Brahma. At first, when all of you were in the bhatti, many were given names. However, many left, so what was the benefit of giving them names? If you were to hear those names, you would be amazed. So all the daddies and the dadas got names at the beginning. So many entertaining names were given, all at one time. The trance messengers used to bring names. You should definitely keep that list. So they all had these names from trance, from Shiv Baba he named. So Prakashmani, the jewel of light. What was their name before? Rama. Yeah. So they all had their Lokik name, and then Baba gave them the Alokik name. When sannyasis adopt renunciation, their names are changed. They leave their homes and families. You don't leave your homes. You come and belong to Brahma, and you belong to Shiva anyway. You say Bap Dada. It doesn't happen like this for sannyasis. Although they change their names, they don't find Bap Dada. They just meet a guru. Hatha yogis are limited renunciates, whereas Raja yogis are unlimited renunciates. Therefore, there is a difference of day and night. It is remembered knowledge, devotion, and disinterest, Gyan, Bhakti, and Virag. They too have disinterest, but they have disinterest in their homes and families, whereas you have disinterest in the whole world. They don't understand that the world changes. You have unlimited disinterest. This world has to end. A new world is being created for you. Sometimes when I listen to that, I think that the first half of the cycle is Gyan. Even though it's not conscious, it's the result of the truth we absorb now. The second half, this journey of devotion. And then this disinterest. And I feel there'll come a time when the suffering in our world becomes such an extreme, we will feel it's enough. We're ready to go. I really feel this is the first birth that we will control our death, and we'll be ready. We will make the decision. We'll feel it's time. We've got to go. We've got, to liberate the whole human family from the incredible suffering that everyone is going through at the moment. So complete disinterest in this world. And then Baba says, this world has to end. A new world is being created for you. You have to go there, but you cannot go there without becoming pure. It touches your hearts that there truly was the kingdom of the deities in the new world. The Father is now establishing that. You know that you will become charitable souls by remembering Shiv Baba. This is very easy, but you forget to remember him. The systems and customs of the path of devotion are completely separate. No one can return home yet. Everyone definitely has to take rebirth. There is only the one time to return home. To say that so-and-so attained eternal liberation is a lie. The Father says no soul can return home in the middle of the play. Otherwise, the whole play would be ruined. Sometimes when I hear that, all the personalities of history we've studied and read about, all the prophets, all the saints, all the leaders, all the people, they're all living somewhere in our world. It's an incredible thought, isn't it? In a different name and form. Every actor that we know of in history who's had a part is still here. Everyone definitely has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. So many people come here to attain eternal liberation, but it is explained to them that there is no such thing as eternal liberation. The drama is eternally predestined. It can never be changed. When a fly passes by here, what do we know? It will pass by here in the same way in 5,000 years. I've been reading this for over 50 years and still I'm amazed that in 5,000 years I'm going to come and read the same Murli to all of you sitting in the same chairs, wearing the same clothes. I mean, it's the deepest truth to really understand that. I love it. So, when a fly passes by here, it will pass by here in the same way in 5,000 years' time. You know how innocent Baba is. The Purifier Father comes from his supreme abode to play a part. He explains how this drama is created and who the main ones in it are. They have a directory of those who are the wealthiest in all the world, and they have the names listed number-wise. I think that was the old Who's Who. Do they still have a Who's Who? I don't think they do anymore. You know who the wealthiest of all are. Who's the wealthiest of all? They say it is America. Is that still true? But you know that the wealthiest of all are Lakshmi and Narayan. When they were in heaven, you are making effort to become the wealthiest of all in the future. This is a race. Would there be anyone as wealthy as Lakshmi and Narayan? They have even created a story about Aladdin or Aladdin's magic lamp. When he clapped, the treasures of Kuba emerged. They have created many varieties of such plays. It is now in your intellects that you will leave those bodies and go to heaven. You will receive limitless treasures. The Father says, when you remember me, Maya will run away from you completely. When you don't remember the Father, Maya harasses you. You say, Baba, many storms of Maya come to me. So how will Baba answer that? Sometimes Baba says, good, they should go to my children. Not today. Acha, remember the Father with a lot of love, and the storms will fly away. They have just created plays, but there is nothing like that. Everything that the Father tells you is very easy. Simply remember the Father and the alloy in you will be removed. He doesn't give you any other difficulty. Pure souls who were real gold have now become false and will become real again in the fire of remembrance. Gold cannot be purified without it being put in a fire. This is called the fire of yoga. This is a matter of remembrance. Those people teach many different types of hatha yoga. The Father tells you, remember me while walking and moving around. For how long could you sit in a particular pose and remember me? You have to stay in remembrance while moving around and doing everything. Even if you are ill, what should we do? Should we still come to class? You can lie down here and remember Baba. Remember Shiv Baba and spin the cycle, that's all. They have then written that the person should be on the banks of the river Ganges with nectar on his lips. On the banks of the river Ganges, you will only find the water of the Ganges, and this is why people go and stay in Haridwar. The Father says you can stay anywhere. Even if you are ill, just remember the Father. Life should leave the body while you are spinning the discus of self-realization. Practice this. There is a difference of day and night between the things of the path of knowledge and the things of the path of devotion. You become the masters of heaven by having remembrance of the Father. Soldiers are told, those who die on the battlefield will go to heaven. In fact, this is the battle. The inner battle with my sanskaras. This is the real battle. You know, the word jihad we often hear in this world, which is, I think, interpreted as to fight the non-believer. But originally that meant to fight the battle within, fight my impurity. But like so many things, it's been misinterpreted depending on what's happening around the world, in the world. So those who die on the battlefield will go to heaven. In fact, this is the battle. They have shown the armies of the Kauravas and the Pandavas. There was the Mahabharat war, but what happened afterwards? No result has been shown. They are in total darkness and don't understand anything. This is why it is called the darkness of ignorance. The Father has come to bring light. He is called the ocean of knowledge, the knowledgeful one. You have now received all of this knowledge. That is the incorporeal world where all you souls reside. It is also called Brahmand. People create a sacrificial fire of Rudra here. It is because you bring benefit to many that you souls are also worshipped with the Father. You serve spiritually, Bharat in particular, and the world in general with the Father. This is why you children are also worshipped with the Father. Acha. To you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual Father.
हेलो सभी यूनानी सेंटर्स के प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा मुख वंशावली सभी सेवी बच्चों प्रति मधुबन से रूहानी बाप दादा और बच्चों का दिलदान से प्रेम से सभी बच्चों को याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग। मीठे मीठे रूहानी बच्चों पे रूहानी बाप व दादा का दिलदान से प्रेम से याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग। मीठे मीठे सिकले रूहानी बच्चों पे रूहानी बाप का नमस्ते। बाबा निवासी सभी सर्विसेबल प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा कुलभूषण बेटी खुश रहो और आबाद रहो, न विसरो न याद रहो।
It's amazing to hear Baba's voice. I think the recording equipment wasn't quite the standard of today, but still you get the feeling of the Sakamuli. So the essence today, 1, in order to chase away the storms of Maya, remember the Father with a lot of love. Make your soul into real gold with the fire of yoga. 2, become an unlimited renunciate and forget this old world. This world is changing and you will have to go to that new world. Therefore, renounce this old world. And the blessing? May you accumulate an income of multi-millions by being cautious at every step and thereby become a multi-millionaire. The Father cautions you children to stay in a very high stage. Therefore, now is not the time to be even slightly careless. Now, by being cautious at every step, by earning an income of multi-millions at every step, you will become a multi-millionaire. Just as you are called multi-million times fortunate, so make your actions become the same too. Let not a single step be taken that does not earn you multi-millions. Therefore, take every step according to Srimad with a lot of careful consideration beforehand. Do not mix up the dictates of your own mind with Srimad. A little bit of caution from Baba. The slogan, keep your mind in order, and you will automatically have the stage of Manmanapav. and the Avyak signal. In order to make your remembrance powerful, while going into any expansion, let your practice of the stage of the essence be no less. In the expansion, do not forget the essence. Eat, drink, and do service, but do not forget to be detached. Spiritual endeavor means to have powerful remembrance and to be in a constant relationship of the heart with the Father. Spiritual endeavor does not mean just to sit in yoga, but just as you sit physically, similarly, your heart, mind, and intellect must be connected to the Father and constantly sitting with Him. Such concentration will ignite the flames. It's lovely, isn't it, that in this life, so much expansion, so much happening out there, to keep my connection with the essence, the truth, not to get caught in all the expansion of life, which is around us at every moment and every day. So, shall we just have a minute and then we can just share a few thoughts. One thing that I've been reflecting a bit about recently is my relationship with drama. And this morning Baba was saying how he tells us the secrets of the drama. Because many times I feel that so much effort to practice soul consciousness and so much attention to remember Baba. But once we were meeting Avyak Bapdada, and he was meeting the double foreigners, and Baba can be very entertaining. And Baba said, children, you need 3 tilaks. And Baba got his finger like this. And the first tilak is the tilak of the soul, and Baba went pop. The second tilak is the tilak of God, and Baba went pop. The third tilak is the tilak of drama, and Baba went pop, pop, pop. Baba said sometimes it goes here, sometimes it goes there. And you know how Baba has this amazing way of teaching in such a light and entertaining way, but his message is very profound and very deep. Because sometimes I really think, how much do I really accept my part in this drama? Baba said he's telling us the secrets. How much do I really accept the parts of others? I honestly feel, excuse my throat, if I go into the depth of that, I will be able to accept each actor in this drama without question. If I go deep, how much do I accept the scenes of drama? And why I've been churning it, because I feel it's going to become incredibly important to us moving into this world going through dramatic change, that I really strengthen my relationship with the truth of this eternal drama. And in the golden age, the soul is full, and I'm dancing in absolute harmony with my part in the drama. I'm completely in tune with my part. Even though in the golden age there's a hierarchy, there's emperors and empresses and royal family and servants, and wherever I sit, I am completely and utterly content, because I'm living in a sense of self-love and self-value, which is absolutely necessary. If I fast forward to the Iron Age, the soul is empty. And the soul struggles to accept its part in drama, the parts of every other actor in drama and the scenes of drama. And when God says the eternal truth, like you said today, children, the drama is eternal. It can never change. So when someone behaves in a way and I have waste thought, what does that mean? To me, what is waste thought? It's a lack of acceptance of drama. These scenes are eternal, and yet I'm fighting it inside my own head. And sometimes I feel, if I want to know how much have I really absorbed the truth of the knowledge of drama, is how much waste thought do I have? If I have a big account of waste, it's showing me that I haven't really absorbed the truth, the secrets that Baba said this morning about drama. And if I ask my heart, what is my relationship with drama? Easy to have a relationship with Baba. Baba's so lovable, so attractive. But what is my relationship with drama? Drama's like a moody person. Have you ever lived with a moody person? And every morning you wake up and you think, what are they going to be like today? It's a bit like drama, isn't it? What's drama going to throw at me today? And if I ask my heart, do I fight with drama? Do I reject the scenes of drama? Do I try to control drama, control the outcomes to suit my desires? Do I accept my part in the drama? I have an eternal part in this drama. Sometimes I have the thought, if I don't accept it now, when will I ever accept it? Do I accept the parts of others? Because if I don't, if my relationship with drama is not so healthy, it keeps severing my link with Baba. Because constantly the scenes of drama engulf my mind, and I'm trying to sort it out, work it out, see how I feel. What does that do? It means I get absorbed in here and I forget there. And in a way, sometimes even Baba says drama is like a shield that's going to protect me, so that I can remember Baba. And when you think the truth that God tells us, the absolute truth, is that we are in an eternal, unchanging drama. It's a permanent drama, and it's never going to change. And when I say something like, that was a good scene of drama, or that was a bad scene of drama, that's body consciousness, actually. The drama just is. The drama is perfect. The drama is never going to change. I remember once Daddy Janki telling us that she was having dinner with Daddy G And something had happened, and Daddy Janki was telling her a long story, and Daddy G was eating. We were just eating her food. Is that traffic control? So Daddy Janki and Daddy G were having dinner, and Daddy G was eating her food, and Daddy Janki started to tell her this story of something that had happened. So she said, you know, this happened and that happened, and Daddy G just kept eating, and then they said this and then they said that, and Daddy G just kept eating, and Daddy Janki went on. She said, I went on for 5 minutes telling this story. And when it finished, Daddy G just the whole time kept eating. And when it finished, she turned to her and said, drama? And Daddy Janki said, you know how we get so engrossed in the story of situations and we forget, you know, these eternal laws that, you know, the drama is absolutely fixed and unchanging. So the drama is unchangeable. All I can do is change my reaction to drama, transform my relationship with drama. And that's what we are really doing in a way. And before Gyan, we have many desires of the drama. We desire success, we desire results, we desire material things, we desire praise. And so we go through this incredible roller coaster of feeling elated when it all works out and shocked and disappointed where it doesn't, because all my desires are dependent on the results of the drama. The more I start to attain from Baba, automatically my desires of the drama providing my needs get less and less. And so I get naturally uninfluenced, naturally detached from the drama, the stronger really my connection is with Baba. But what happens in soul consciousness? We have an aim. We aim for an outcome. We plan, we try to make things happen. But the instant things happen, we accept the reality that this is what's happening. And stop the mental fighting. This should happen. Why is this going on? You know, I was thinking some years ago, really about sometimes acceptance of people. You know, Baba's always saying to accept each other. And I observe sometimes, you know, for situations and people, you have a resistance. You know, sometimes someone behaves in a certain way and you build up this resistance in your mind. It's like an energy of dislike or disapproval. You might not say much, but you build all this up in your head. And what happens to your stage? I think we do it all the time. We resist people, situations, outcomes. And what happens? My stage just goes down because this mental negativity of dislike, disapproval, it shouldn't happen, rejection. And I begin to ask myself, why do I resist things in the drama? Why is there resistance? Because I have an attachment to how things should be. Sometimes I have an attachment that you should behave in a certain way. This should happen. We're BKs, so this should happen in the Brahman family. And because of my attachment to how things should be, and they probably should be like that, but the reality is they're not like that. So I keep resisting and resisting, and what happens to my stage? I don't feel happy because I haven't really accepted the reality of drama. And once I was finding myself resisting somebody, and I just asked myself, why am I resisting this person? Because I had an attachment of how that person should behave. And honestly, in 1 second, I just let it go. I couldn't believe how I freed myself. And it really helped me understand the nature of this drama, that, you know, whatever happens is perfect. And I remember once we were meeting Baba, and it was in the meditation hall many, many years ago, and there was a French brother who had a kidney problem, and it was causing him a lot of pain. And you know, when Baba would meet, the atmosphere was so lovely. You know, you could almost feel the cozy, loving feeling. And we were all sitting listening to Baba, and suddenly this brother had pain and he screamed. He was about sitting where Dave Bai is. He went, ah! And the whole hall went, all of us, except for one, Baba. Baba was talking to somebody, and Baba finished his sentence, and then slowly, Baba looked over. Is he okay? Baba showed love, Baba showed concern, but we were amazed just how detached Baba was from drama and how programmed we are to be so influenced by drama, because time is such that we really need to re-establish a relationship with drama where I'm not controlled by drama, but I have a loving relationship with drama. I'm not really dancing to the tune of the scenes of drama. Once in Australia, we put on this incredible event when Daddy Prakash Muni was there. We had thousands of people for a whole day. And when we went back to the centre, you know, we had dinner and then we met, and she was praising everybody. Such a great program. Well done. Congratulations. And then she said, if no one had come, would have you been just as happy? And it was an incredible question. How much still as a BK is my happiness based on outcomes in the drama, results in the drama? Or is my happiness based on my relationship with Baba, my foundation of truth? Or am I still really riding on the ups and downs of the scenes of drama? Because I think time is such that we really need to be very much the detached observer of drama. To me, this is one of the ultimate states of a knowledgeful soul. And there's a brother I met in Australia some years ago who's a physicist, and he was saying that the ultimate unknowable for science is a point, which is the soul. It's beyond matter. It's incredible when you think, I'm a soul, and we have this whole part within the soul. Isn't that the most incredible truth? And I love Jagdish Bai's explanation. Jagdish Bai said, the soul is like a long playing record. Remember the old LPs? Who's from the generation of the old LPs? The vinyl LPs. So the part is the LP, the time is the needle. And when the needle touches the part, your part just emerges. It just comes out. And when we start to really put this all together to understand my part in the drama, because to me there's 4 things. There's my part, my role, my story, and my eternal self. My part is my script. My part is my sanskaras and my nature. It's like the program. We all have a program. That's my eternal part. And the part has different flavors. Some parts are essentially extrovert, some are introvert. Some are very creative, maybe some are more sustaining. We have fundamental sets of sanskaras. But when I identify and I think I am my part, I either like my part or I don't like my part. I have my role, and my role is like the expression of the part. So when the needle touches the part, the role emerges. We all play roles. Sometimes I'm a parent, sometimes I'm a partner, sometimes I'm a friend, sometimes I'm this, sometimes I'm that. But when I begin to identify with my role, that's when I have feelings of jealousy, of competition, of like and dislike. When all of those feelings are emerging within me, it's showing me that actually I'm identifying with my role. I play a role. I am not the role. And even I have my story. And this is really, what we could say in a sense is that my part is my script. The role is what I do. My story is what has happened. The whole story of my past in my memory track. And often we identify with this, what has happened to me, how people have treated to me, what people have said to me, what people have done to me, how this happened, how that happened. There's this whole story. Often for BKs, we may have so much love for Baba. And Baba gives me a new story that actually you're a deity soul. But the attachment, the identification with what has happened in the past. I don't know whether you remember Daddy Janki in her last few years when you read her classes. She would say, whatever happened a minute ago, forget. Do you remember? Time and time again, it's merged back into the part of the soul. Forget it. And yet we identify, the family's done this to me, they've treated me in this way. And I think that attachment holds me back so much. The fourth part is, I am an eternal soul, just this point. And, even Baba says, I have a part. But Baba's a detached observer of his part. And in a way, this is what Baba's teaching us. To become, the detached observer of my part, the detached observer of my role, the detached observer of my story. It's not who I am. I'm not my part. I'm not my role. I'm not my story. I'm an eternal soul. And I think really drama is pushing us to really come back to the essence. Today Baba said, don't get caught in the expansion of all the roles, the parts, but live in the essence of the truth. That I'm an eternal soul. I have a part. I have a role. I have a story, but that's not who I am. Because in a way, we're packing all of this up. Because when I identify with my part, I have conflict with myself. When I identify with my role, I sometimes have conflict with others. When I identify with my story, I have conflict with what has happened, always feeling a lot inside my head. And yet really Baba's taking us back to the essence. And I feel at this time, Baba said this morning that he tells us the secrets of the drama. What is my relationship with drama? Because coming into the future scenes, I will have to be just this pinpoint sitting here observing the unraveling of this world. We will do everything we can with a big heart to care for people, support people, give people love. But if I emotionally identify with it, I'm going to be affected by it. It's going to make me go up and down. To me, the ultimate state of a knowledgeful soul, one of the signs of a soul that's not just believes truth, but practices truth, is I become a detached observer of everything happening around me. And to me, that means to be very loving, very caring, very close, but completely uninfluenced. This is purity. What I noticed, just like I said with Baba, when that brother screamed, Baba completely detached but showed care. I found with Daddy Prakashmani, she's remembered in the yajna because of her love, her care. Everyone remembers her example in that way. But I also observed when I traveled with her sometimes how deeply detached she was. She was deeply detached. And in a way, detachment protects your ability to love and care. The more you're influenced, you can't do it. And I remember once even Baba saying, to be truly loving, you have to be detached. Because when you're attached, you're influenced. You can't be constantly loving. To be truly loving, you have to be detached. I think really at this time in this weekend, we're sort of exploring transformation. To me, the transformation with my relationship with drama, where I really sit as the detached observer and watch the scenes of drama, is an incredible position of spiritual power and so necessary as we move into the future, as we move into the scenes we all know that are going to emerge. So, what is my relationship with drama? Who feels they have a loving relationship with drama? No. When you do that in front of Baba, Baba's not very impressed. Okay, so if we wind up and we come back at 9:30, so if we just have 2 minutes meditation, we'll have breakfast, and if we can return here at 9:30. Thank you.
Could I see Jan, Anu, and the sister who wrote from Ottawa about time? Are you here, that sister? Someone who wrote